Hi everybody, John Burke with Burke Co, along with Foster Real Estate Group, and happy 2023. We're excited to be back with the weekly market report, and you might notice that, the camera's now top to bottom. The reason is Burke Company is, stepping into this decade. We are getting a corporate TikTok account. So you'll be able to follow our videos now on TikTok as well. Because of that, things are probably going to be a lot shorter, cut into pieces there. We'll still put everything out on YouTube, and you'll be able to find it every week, the weekly market report. And since the beginning of the year, this week, we're going to do 3 trends to look for in the 2023 local Southern Jersey Shore real estate market. All right, trend number 1 is we're going to see more interesting financing. And I don't mean interesting financing like the sort of sketchy financing that went down between, say, 2005 and 2008 and led to a historic real estate crisis at that time. Lending standards have been a lot better since then, which is one of the big reasons we really haven't seen a ton of foreclosures come on the market or anything recently, and we haven't seen prices dip like some people would expect when the market gets as slow as it's been recently. However, interest rates, as everyone knows, are a lot higher than they were, 6 months or a year ago. So the 3 or the 4% has become the 6 or the 7%. And because of that, people are turning to adjustable rate mortgages. Here at the Shore, a lot of times they work well for people because you have a 5 or a 7-year exit plan, and it works that way. But in other markets, or even here at the Shore, people are often using them with the idea that interest rates should come back at some point, and when you do, you can refinance. So right now, you'll see people going for better prices because higher interest rates keep prices down, and using adjustable rate mortgages as a way of getting a better rate with a plan of refinancing. We're going to see a lot more of those in 2023. All right, trend number 2 is the home sale contingency is going to come back. It's already come back a little bit. It was non-existent during the whole COVID rush of real estate. Nobody would consider an offer if you were telling them that you had to put another home in front of the sale of that property, which makes it basically impossible for a lot of people to move from one house to another, even down here at the Shore. So now that the market's a lot slower, real estate agents can do a little bit of work, talk to people about why things make sense, and the home sale contingency is definitely going to be back in play. So if you have a house here at the Shore, and you felt like you couldn't do anything for the last 2 years because you had to sell your house in order to do something, and you were scared to sell it because everything else was selling so quickly, the market's going to probably give you an opportunity this year to try with the home sale contingency. And if you are thinking about doing that, there's nothing better than a local, well-connected agent when you're trying to do a home sale contingency, because it's really agents communicating between each other that make deals like that make sense. Trend number 3, I am jokingly labeling revenge of the doctors and the lawyers. When you see a big economic expansion, with all the COVID relief money, people who had small businesses often felt a little bit of an expansion. I know not everybody, but a lot of people, it was sort of an expansive environment. There's a lot of money around. And during those environments, a lot of times we see small businesses, executives, investors who get very interested in second homes because they're doing very, very well. When we reach an area where there's a lot more uncertainty in the market, like we are right now, some of those more traditional and more stable jobs, I'm thinking of, lawyers with very big firms, doctors, very stable jobs that, you can kind of count on your paycheck being there over time. So good jobs, but stable jobs come back into play. So, there's a joke in some communities, Avalon Stone Harbor in particular, that, all the hedge fund managers and executives are pushing out all the doctors and lawyers. I don't know if doctors and lawyers are going to be able to get back in there, but in a lot of the other communities down here at the Shore, as we move into an area where there's, less economic certainty, it's people who have more stable jobs, even people with government jobs. Those stable jobs really have an opportunity right now because there's fewer people in the market. People who are small businesses, like myself, tend to get more conservative when there's economic uncertainty. So those are 3 trends to look for this year in real estate.